we've completed our Chanson Miracle M.A.X Royale ionizer install. That can be a standalone product, although we highly recommend pre-filtration. And now we're going to demonstrate how to add a C3 ionizer, a C3 pre-filter with it. And that is obviously a triple filter. You are always going to want to keep your wrench here. That is going to help you later on. You're going to drop it all the way down when you need to replace filters. So keep that. Some of the parts that come with this you may not need for your install. It's okay to have extra parts. Some of these are for if you're just buying the pre-filter alone. You're going to get two sizes of tubing. One is 1/4 inch and one is 3/8 inch. We've used a lot of 3/8 inch tubing here, and we can cut into some of that, and this is going to be a very, very quick and simple install. We're going to cut this tubing loose from its little zip tie here, and we're going to take about 6 inches. My hand is approximately 6 inches, and we're just kind of going give or take here, and we're going to cut a piece off. Try to do a very straight cut, and these are called compression fittings. It's a little different than our quick connect. I've unscrewed this, and we're going to push it through the fitting. I'm going to go the other way. I think it's going to be a little bit easier. And then we're going to press it down in there and screw that fitting on. We're going to tighten that down. And this is our inlet side. So when you think inlet, the water is coming in from the cold water line. The outside will go out to the ionizer. So we have some quick connect fittings that are called reducers. They're larger on one size than on the other. This is 1/4 inch hose, so we're using the larger 1/4 inch size. We're just going to press that down in there. We're going to pull it to test. Remember, if you ever have to take it off, you're just pushing on the collar. I'm sorry, I called that 3/8 inch, and instead of 1/4 inch. So I called it by the wrong. I have my helper over here to keep me honest on all of these things. So we're just going to make a cut in the line. It doesn't really matter where in the line you're cutting it, as long as it's before the pressure reducer. You might want to find the space underneath your sink, and if you do need extra line, you do have that available to you. So I'm going to make a cut right here and put our Chanson C-3 filter in here, and we're just going to quick connect, press that down in, pull up, and we're secure. We've unscrewed this nut, and we're going to press the tube through the top of the nut like this, and you have to push it down a little bit, press that into the fitting, and then screw it on. This is a compression nut. And after you get it tight, you want to go about another 1/4 turn, excuse me, and later you're going to check for any kind of leaks. Now, you don't have to do this next step, but if you think you may have a reason to, we have included a quick connect shutoff valve that's very easy to use. So we can just cut this line, really clean cut, and you're just going to press the tube into both sides. You're going to pull on that, it's not going anywhere. Pull on this one, not going anywhere. When the valve is turned straight with your line, that's on, and when you turn it sideways, that's off. It's cutting. Turn it back to straight, and it's on. Now, I've left this long for a reason. When you get a new C3 filter, or you change your filters, you're going to want this extra length to take this up to your sink and rinse your filters out before you connect it to your ionizer. You're going to run water through this continuously for 5 minutes. To do our installs, we've shut off the valve. We're going to turn that valve back on and just wash water through it. After we've gone for 5 minutes, we're going to turn it off and let these filters just soak in the water for 10 minutes. Then we're going to turn it back on and run water for 10 minutes through it again. That just cleans out anything before you hook up to your filter. And this is an extremely important step. You can damage your ionizer if you wash carbon dust into it. So now that we've pretended that we've done our flush, you don't pretend, I'm going to pretend. We're going to take this tube and we've got a reducing connector. It's larger on one side and smaller on the other. It presses right in. Pull it, we know that it's tight. Press it into the other side of the inlet tube going to the water ionizer that, remember, we cut that line earlier. And we don't need all this length. If you decide you want less length for any of these, you just press in on the collar, pull it out, and trim it. So that's very simple to do, but do keep in mind that when you replace your filters, you are going to need the line to go up to your sink, or it can be a bucket, something like that. So that completes our installation of a Chanson C-3 with a Miracle M.A.X Royale. We're going to have another segment in case you have a nano filter.